Okay, so first, if someone is watching this video, which is quite surprising, because why are you watching this video? Because I'm making it for myself. So, if you're watching it, let me explain. Uh, I made this YouTube channel to just randomly share my opinions, but I haven't posted. I have posted four videos like 6 months ago, and I have stopped posting it since then. But now I want to get back to posting because so I'm getting back. I want to get back to academic smartness. Academic smartness in the sense that I want to improve my English. Uh, I want to read more books. I want to overall improve myself. So, in that way, I thought that I have this channel which I could use. So, I'll be reading books and uh, summarizing each chapters, like small or sub chapters, summarizing and putting them or forming them on in my own words. In that way, uh, I can learn articulation, and I there's this technique called Feynman technique, which is if you explain a topic in simple terms, like in layman's terms, that it means that you understood that topic. I mean, to the core. uh, it's a quite funny story where when he was Feynman, when he used to give lectures in some university, I forgot, he used to ask his fellow lecturers or physicists or scientists to explain their subject for a 5 year old, like imagining there's 5 year old and explaining him that subject. So he used to test this type of thing with his colleagues or friends. So I thought, okay, I'll read books. Uh, I'll summarize them in my own ways. In that way, I could learn to articulate well. I could learn new words, remember new words, and improve my vocabulary and spoken skills. And if luckily someone is watching this video, it could also work both three ways, actually four ways, where I can become YouTuber. If so, yeah, that's why I created it. I'll be back in a minute because I've kept 3 eggs to boil so that I can eat. I'll turn the stove off. Yeah, they were overcooked, not really, but yeah. So I in this way I could improve my vocabulary and also English spoken, and I could also uh, get to understand what these guys are saying. So yeah, if for me to understand, I have to explain in simple terms. So I actually have to understand this. So it's overall my benefit. So yeah. So today I'll be going through. So this book is called Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Yeah, I got that right. So okay, uh, he talks about attention. So okay, so there's this chapter called consciousness, the autonomy of consciousness, and in that there's a sub chapter, sub, what do you call it, whatever, sub explanation where he explains attention as a psychic energy. Okay, so what is attention? What is attention? I forgot. Actually, I forgot. in today's generation which we are living, the ability to control oneself. Okay, let's say, for example, first of all, let's talk about what is consciousness. Uh, Mihaly says that consciousness is the result of biological process. I mean, uh, in every human behavior aspect, which is biologically evolved thing, everything. I mean, to our whole body, to our lungs, to our organs, our mind, everything is an evolved thing. So consciousness is also the same thing. It is the a result of evolution over the period of time. uh, it is not entirely working. He says that like every other human what complex architecture, it is exactly the same, but it is not entirely working according to its biological background. But I mean, let's say our stomach works based on its biological and genetic instructions, but in our in our whole body, the only thing that works on itself, it's just, it is created by evolution, but it gained independence through the years. So, and that is consciousness. It works on itself. It is actually like a free soul. Free soul, yeah. Entirely working according to its biological background and roots, we should recognize it as a self-directed system. In other words, consciousness has developed the ability to override its genetic instructions to set its own independence. Yeah, I don't know what is consciousness. I think, if I'm not wrong, I remember in this book he said that consciousness is okay. We do we can do still do every things as we do, but if consciousness wasn't there in our body, I think we would lose the ability to analyze and introspect and daydream, write writing poetries, all these things. If I'm not wrong, I mean, what's the use of book? I've just realized, what is the use of book if I'm not articulating it? Or did I even understand what he said about consciousness? I don't know. But yeah, that is consciousness. He says that we could, without consciousness, we could still do normal things with an instinct, without an instinct, I guess. But uh, something. Well, see, this is what I'm trying to improve. I could remember things more. I could understand them more, and articulation and my spoken and my vocabulary. I want to improve these. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, the main thing I remember. That's why I started this in first place. So, what that is, attention. Let's suppose he says that uh, there is this self. Okay, the self is made of contents of consciousness. What is contents of consciousness? Your memories, your family, all these perceptions, that what made yourself. So, but there is this paradoxical contradiction where he says we pay attention first. Growing up, there wouldn't be much self because we haven't lived enough. We haven't experienced the world enough. So, but we do pay attention to things and to people and to everything. So he says that why am I so stressed? Let me chill out first. Okay. Uh, Let me just go and read it. At one point we are saying that self directs attention. Let's say that. Okay, let's go deeper into that. At one point we are saying that self directs attention. Okay, it is true. If what kind of a person you are, uh, your opinions, your likes, your dislikes, these play a role to where your attention will go, and where you're most likely gonna use your attention in, all your energy and all your attention where you're gonna put. It depends on yourself, how you are as a person, everything, your opinions, your 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 definitions, your likes, dislikes, everything which is construct. See, that's why I'm trying to improve my vocabulary. Everything, the self, it directs your attention. That is true. But another point, we are saying attention determines self. That is also true, because if an example, a guy is like a young person, either could be a man or a woman, 15, 14 year old, there's not much self in him. There is not much of a personality in him. So wherever he puts attention into, the books, the movies, the people he spends time with, the characteristics of the people he pays attention, everything, uh, attention determines self. Okay, so through the period of time, let's say 15 to 25, in these 10 years, where has he lived, and what area did he pay the most attention, will obviously determine what he will be after 25. It is true. Let's say on a career wise, he gave an example. There is a guy called Sam, and he went to some Brazil or somewhere, for vacation with his dad. He was 15 or 13, uh, in Brazil, and they went to scuba diving. Until then, he hadn't really had any career plans in his mind, or what he wanted to do when he grew up, when he grows up. So he hadn't he didn't have those things. When they went to scuba diving, he was mesmerized by the beauty of the ocean. He was really fascinated by it, and when he got back to his home, he was very much intrigued by that ocean world. So then in college, he got very excited in biology and submarine. Oh, wait, let me just. What did he end up doing? Marine scientist. So after coming back, he slowly got more curious about the ocean, and then he started picking subjects related to that ocean biology and all these. And in college, something. What did he pick? Something. He picked something, and later in the end, he became a marine scientist. So now the point is, the attention determined the self. He paid attention without any background thoughts. But then later, paying that attention determined what he's going to become. That makes sense, because everything we do in life, uh, if we retrospect, we can actually see last 5 years, what have I mostly paid attention on which things, what movies, what kind of people, what kind of content I have been watching. It all determined what I am today. So in that way, and he also says that as he intentionally sought knowledge in marine biology, his self began to shape his attention. Ah, yeah, 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 I forgot this. So now his attention determined his self. Then later, as he grew more and more closer with that marine world, uh, as he initially sought knowledge in marine biology, his self. Now that attention became his self. Now the self began to shape his attention. Now he is that marine guy, ocean guy. The self, now whatever he thinks, whatever he pays, excuse me, wherever he pays attention, it is on the basis of what his self is. And what is his self? That self which is created by the first attention. It's like paradoxical. I even drew a diagram for it, if you guys can see. So yeah, attention, self, sum of contents of consciousness, which is memories, your feelings, senses, all that, goals and attention. It's the same thing. It's a paradoxical thing actually. One influences other, and one cannot be without one. If I'm making sense. How long have I been filming? God damn, 17 minutes. So yeah, why did I even? These are the pieces that must be maneuvered if we wish to improve things. Of course, existence can also be improved by outside events like winning $1 million in the lottery, marrying the right man or woman, or helping to change in an unjust social system. But even these marvelous events must take their place in consciousness and be connected in positive ways to ourselves before they can affect the quality of life. The structure of consciousness is beginning to emerge, but so far we have the yeah. I think I have. I really want to improve my vocabulary. Let's make it a 20-minute video, anyways. So yeah, I I I want to get back to a better version of myself. If what if that is what we call. Am I audible? I don't even know. I just found this perfect thing, this good setup. I sat here. Can you even hear me? Hello? So yeah, I'm just crazy. So yeah, I really want to get back to all this academic stuff and overall improve myself. Because I don't think so. When I'm in the spot when I need to use my English spoken skills, I cannot do it for some reason. So I have to improve my vocabulary. And my articulation is very bad. Like atrocious, is that what they call? Atrocious. It's very bad. And I'll, I hope did I explain it very well? If anyone is watching, you can comment below that. Did you understand what I was trying to say? Yeah, I would do tomorrow. I mean, I'm thinking of doing this every day, every fucking day. Yeah, I'll meet you in another video.